Hello everybody. So I wanted to introduce some of my newest members of my healing team. And I've got the set of crystal bowls which I love using, and those are great. The crystal bowls are really good for large sound baths with big groups. They're also good for penetrating deeply into the cells of the body. But with that, using my full set, I've got 7 of those, using my full set of crystal bowls for a one-on-one healing session can be a little intense. Sound does travel through water faster than it does the air. That's the benefit of the healing bowls, is because energetically we tap into that body, right? I'm an energy healer. Any claims that I make, it's claims that I've experienced and talking about the studies that have been done as well as the ancient traditions. But with the healing that we do with the crystal bowls, it is deeply penetrating. So sometimes if I get a whole set going, it can be a little agitating. Whereas these Tibetan style bowls here, which I've got 4 of them right now. My collection hopefully will be growing, but I just got some wonderful additions that I wanted to show you about, which are these 2 guys right here. And I figured might as well give a demonstration for everybody of each and every one of them. This isn't going to be a sound bath. This is going to be more just introducing each one. That way you can get to know myself a little bit more, as well as my healing team. So I do energy healing without the bowls, but I also do sound healing. So this is also my introduction, which it's currently not on the website. That's one of my services. I have to update that. But this is kind of my intro, my letting you behind the curtains intro to everybody. That's at least on my Facebook team. I'll probably be putting out videos that'll be very similar to this on all of the social medias. If you're on my social media page, you already know that I'm posting every single day with new content. So if you're not, and this is the first time, by all means, check it out, Expeditious Fool. My name's Rishi Brandon Stafford, and my whole life is dedicated to putting mindfulness in motion in people's lives, teaching them how to become a little bit more mindful, and truthfully, going beyond spirituality 101. That's my goal, and that's what I really strive to do. So with these right here, these are my new members of my healing team. The first guy I want to show you is kind of my all-star. This guy right here is from the 1500s. I recently got this from my chanting mentor, and this bowl by far is my favorite. So I'm going to stop talking, and I'm going to let you hear him sing for a moment. Very nice, long song. This one I'm developing an intimate relationship with as well. Like I said, it's from the 1500s, sometimes 16th century. So it's got a lot of history in it. One of the originals that's made with the meteorite metal instead of the tin. So it's just got a resonant sound, and very, very tricky to find these days, especially after the earthquake in Kathmandu, which took out a big supply. So I'm honored that I was able to add this guy to my healing team here. The other thing, I'll go ahead and let you hear him as he's sung. Now you'll notice it's deeper. It's not as loud. And that's the way it is with these bowls, is instead of the crystal bowls, it's nice and gentle. But that vibration is where all of the healing comes from. All right, all right. So for brevity's sake, we'll keep on going. This other guy here, this guy is a little bit newer. He's from the 1800s. And this guy is the Manipuri style, so it's a little bit different. And in this style comes from northern India. And in the medium size, they're really tricky to find, so I was lucky again to obtain this from my chanting mentor. And hands down, this guy's got a little bit of a different song. Each bowl does, obviously. But so the cool thing that you can notice with the singing bowls is you can notice multiple different tones. And that's actually, what I've been studying with chanting is to be able to do multiple tones at the same time. It's called tonal vocalization. So that's another big benefit of these because it allows multiple different things. A lot of people are talking about binaural beats and all of these things. This is essentially what that comes from, where you have two different noises going on and then your brain creates a third noise, which is authentic to your true spirit. That's why they can be so powerful. This guy, he's a little bit trickier to sing, but I've got him down. And though it's a wider bowl, it has a higher song than my other guy. These can be very, very powerful. Another thing you can do, you also can bask in the silence of the bowls. If you get some bowls with some long history like these guys, people that have used them in their own spiritual practice, you can feel the energy if you're sensitive enough just by placing it right up to the forehead there. Very, very cool. Now, in comparison, we can move on to some of the more contemporary bowls I have over here. This is bought from the Ohm store, which is a decent place. Their goal, I don't make any money from them whatsoever. This isn't an advertisement either. It's just introducing y'all to some of my new friends here. But their mission is pretty cool, which is to put a bowl in everyone's hands. Because I do a lot of talk with yoga, high level things that go right over people's heads sometimes, or they meet up against resistance. The thing that I love about the sound therapy and the sound healing is it takes no resistance whatsoever because we're not speaking in words, right? It's closer to the language of source. So when we play these, it's a whole new level. And their goal is to get a bowl in everyone's hands because with that, you don't have to learn anything, you don't have to know anything, you just... The thing I love about this guy here, I mean, yes, it's beautiful. It's got markings all over it. Om Mani Padme Hum, which is a mantra I've worked with for many, many years. I've studied Eastern philosophy for going on about 18 years now, and I started with Buddhism, so I've spent a lot of time with that mantra. But the thing I really like about it is this guy, he kind of goes from low to high. It's a little bit quicker. Of course, it doesn't have the sustain as this guy, even though they're the same style. But it's vocal variation. It's like a singer going from a low note to a high note. For lack of a better reference, Axl Rose. And the reason why I say him is because many years ago, I don't know if it's still true, but many years ago they tested it, and he has the highest vocal range out of any singer, or the widest, because he can go from low to high. But that's kind of what this guy does. Low, and then it comes right on up. All right. And lastly, this one came from the Ohm store as well. Came with this guy, actually. And this is kind of their little guy. This is their original. It's what started their company. But I like this one for the the high notes, sometimes I'll use it in sound baths as far as going around whenever you need that high note. Plus, when we're doing a healing session, these are normally, your smaller bowls, they're normally placed around the head to get into those higher level chakras. The third eye chakra, the crown chakra, those are going to be more of the high pitched notes. So let's go ahead and hear this guy. Now I want you to notice the difference though between all of these bowls here and this bowl. So though I love this guy, his song, very, very short, and I want to explain to you why. This is a hand-hammered bowl. It's contemporary, it's new, but it's a hand-hammered bowl, meaning it's hammered all the way around. Hand-hammered, all the way around. You can see the beat marks. This guy is machine-made, and it has little dents on it to make it appear as it's hand-hammered. But you'll notice that they don't go all the way around. And when you're looking for a bowl, like I said, these are great, and this is the majority of what you're going to see are going to be machine bowls. They're a great sound, it just won't last as long. So that's something to think about, but the cost is a whole lot more affordable, right? With this guy too, a little bit trickier to get to sing. There we go. But if you're singing the bowls, as you can see, it's a nice, soft, not sure if you can hear it, but it's a nice, soft, high note. And as long as you're singing the bowl like this, then you can keep it going, so that sustain is not as important. So I really wanted to just introduce you to some of the new members of my healing team, ultimately, and let you know that sound healing is definitely something that I'm offering currently, along with my tarot, breathwork, meditation, yoga, Reiki, or prana healing, which is the energy system that I've created. I've also integrated the bowls a little bit into my prana healing sessions. So if you're local, by all means, you can schedule a session like that with me. If you're not local, I do teach everything except for my one-on-one energy healing. I teach all of that virtually around the world. I've got clients literally across the globe, so it doesn't matter where you're at. Sometimes we might have to work out some tricky scheduling, depending on, I may have to wake up a little bit earlier or something along those lines, or it might have to be late in the night, but I've been able to work something out with every person. I work 7 days a week because what I do is what I love. This is my work. This is God's work through me. This is what I have to offer. It took me about 30 some years to finally get the courage to do this. I've been in business for about 2 years now and couldn't be happier because my business is my life is my business, and my life is my work and service to Source as well as to everyone. So that's why I wanted to introduce you to these guys. Plus, I know a lot of you have probably never heard a guy that's quite got the age of this. He's about 500 years old. This guy's in the 1800s, but still old. Wonderful antiques, one-of-a-kind pieces. So I really just wanted to introduce him to each and every one of you so you can get to know me better, as well as some of my sound healing team here. And thank you so much, everyone. I wish you a great day. Like I said, you might see another video like this from social media, and if you do, by all means, feel free to watch it. If you ever see any of my content and you like it, please like, share, subscribe, all those fun things depending on which social media you see it on. No, I don't make money from my social media. I'm not some big influencer, but what it does do is it allows it to get out to more people. This hasn't been that inspirational outside of just teaching you a little bit about the bowls, But a lot of what I do is to inspire people, to keep people on their spiritual path, to teach them tips and tricks and things that I've learned from my pitfalls in life, as well as from my mentors, to ultimately raise people to that new level of consciousness. All right, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great day on purpose and stay mindful. Namaskaram.